Well, it's not just the press conference. It's also that they're going to take board permission to raise money through a QIP and FPO or a rights issue. Now, if you look at why would a bank want to raise money? Because it wants to give a lot more loans. Or alternatively, Uday Kotak wants to bring his stake down. That he has to. His current stake is 31.8. He has to bring it down to 20% if he doesn't want to sell, but simply expand the capital so much so that his stake already becomes 20% just because, the numerator has expanded. In that case, Kotak Bank has to raise its current capital by 60%. What would it do with it? Does it need it for growth? Not so. Because if you look at the tier 1 capital that they have, it's already 16.5%, counting this year's profit. Now, the asking rate of Basel is only 8%. So technically, their loan growth is, I think, 12% when we last heard. So if we, even with the current 16.5% capital, Kotak can support a balance sheet 50% more than the current balance sheet. So you don't need capital to raise for organic growth. Hence the question that you have been speculating on, Shireen, is it to buy something? Now, obviously, the first example that comes to the mind, or the first instance that comes to the mind, would be Axis. Now, is it a tender offer, a hostile offer, or is it an offer to the government that we are ready to buy? A friendly offer, Kotak can give his shares in exchange for Axis Bank. But if it's a hostile offer, he has to offer money. Is that why there is a QIP or an FPO? Is a question that springs to the mind. 11% of Suti's stake would work out to about 14,000 crores. So is that what he wants to buy? Would be one way of looking at it. Now, the expectation is that the government won't do a bilateral deal with just one person that Kotak says, I'm ready to buy, and the government agrees. It will invite from other people. Now, Kotak cannot be given all the 11% because under RBI rules, you can hold only 4.9% in another bank as a financial investment. What sense does it make for Mr. Kotak to, lock up his capital raise money through a QIP and lock up Kotak Bank's capital in 4.9% of Axis shares? It doesn't make sense. They will have to offer competing bids to everybody. If it is a takeover, government can't just sign off its 11% and LIC's and GIC's stake, insurance company's stake. They will have to ask for competing offers. So, will there be rival offers? It is entirely in the realm of speculation. The other big speculation doing the rounds is MMFSL. MMFSL, the entire value is just about 19,000 crores. 52% of Anand Mahindra's stake would be about 10,000 crores. They could easily pay for it in Kotak Mahindra Bank shares. Why would they want to raise money for it? Even if you paid it in Kotak Mahindra shares, I don't think Anand Mahindra's shares or the group shares of the expanded capital of Kotak will be more than the RBI allowed norm of 5%. So, it doesn't make sense. The extreme example would probably be, Federal Bank that's been doing the rounds. The extreme example is IDBI Bank. Yeah. Government has always been wanting to sell. But would he really buy a bank with 15% NPLs? Well, the possibility is there. He could be raising money for it.
As I pointed out, these are various scenarios the street has been abuzz with. We don't know whether this is what the announcement is that Kotak Mahindra will make tomorrow. But watch out for Uday Kotak tomorrow. And of course, we'll be right on top of the action. Latha, thanks very much.